right, Pisces, let's get into a reading. I wasn't going to do this today, but here we are. I'm feeling hungry to get a certain reading out, and I don't know why. So someone could be feeling hungry for you, hungry for your time, your attention, affection. Somebody's name could be Steven, Diane, Joey, Rhonda, Paige, Shane, Kelly, or Debbie. I realized the problems that I brought into this connection. I was blaming you because it was easier than me taking accountability. Okay. So now this person could be hungry to make it right, to fix it. But we're going to see what's coming in. If you guys want to check these out, because these are my cards that I'm using, you can find it in the comment section. It's the first link. I also have personal readings down there. And as always, Patreon and channel members get to see these first. So this person is missing you. Is it too late for me to tell you how deeply in love with you that I am? You're my weakness, and I've never told you how much power you have over me. This person could have walked away from you because they were discontent or felt that this relationship or dynamic wouldn't have satisfied them in the way that they needed it to. For some of you, this person could have walked away because they needed some time alone. They felt like they were dissatisfied in their own life and they didn't see how this relationship was going to bring them to satisfaction, which kudos to them, because I do agree. If you can't be satisfied on your own, you can't expect someone else to make you happy either. So this person could have walked away from you because they felt like this wasn't the right choice, or they felt like choosing to be a partner would have been it would have been something they wouldn't have been satisfied with. For some of you, this is someone who walked away from you because they were bored, because you were boring, to be honest. And your intuition could have told you that. Your intuition could have told you that they needed to learn a lesson and that your guys' dynamic and relationship could have been very balanced or maybe even healing, but it could have felt very unfamiliar to them because that might have been something that they weren't used to. And your intuition could have told you, they'll be back, but when they come back, I don't know if I'm going to want them, because this is their lesson. Their lesson is that maybe they don't know what they want. Maybe they don't know what's best for them. Again, if they were bored or got bored with you or was like, I don't want this offer, I'm not sure if I want this, they can now be recognizing how big of a problem that was and how they actually cared about you and how they missed being around you and why they gave up on this. So for some of you, this person's going to want to come back and they're going to want to have a closure conversation. Why? Because they're feeling really discontent and sad and they have a lot of regrets. What is the regrets here? Not healing this, blowing it up. For some of you, this person could have decided to stay in third parties. This person could have decided to go back to someone. This person could have decided to stay in the field of dating. When you go from dating to being with one person, it can feel very boring. When you go from being overstimulated to having all these people texting you and calling you and maybe going out on different dates and being able to flirt with whoever you want, and you only have one person getting your time, your attention, your affection, your energy, it can be amazing if it's the right person. But if you're not healed or if you're not ready for it, it could feel very boring. It could feel like, damn, I miss when I could have every flavor of the week and now I'm stuck with chocolate or vanilla and I'm bored. That could be how this person felt. So if this person was not healed, they could have blew up this relationship and that could be something that they regret. They could be coming in not really ready to tell you that they're in love with you. It's a little like, maybe let's get closure. Do you want closure? That could be this person's energy. I'm going to let you kind of lead. Do you want closure? Do you miss me? Do you want this back like I do? No, me neither. Me neither. That's this person's energy. Now, again, they could have gotten bored with you. And they could now be recognizing the reason they got bored with you is because they were bored within themselves and they needed to heal. And that's the reason they weren't satisfied with you, because they weren't going to be satisfied with anybody. They could have had the hottest person in the world, the person on their dream board. They wouldn't have been satisfied. This person could be wanting to come and escape their life with you because they're feeling really burdened by their current reality. Family could be stressing them out. Money could be stressing them out. If they have child support or responsibilities, that could be stressing them out. For some of you, if this person had to make a choice between you and someone else or you and family, they chose what felt right, what felt comfortable, what felt like the right choice. And that could have been a choice, again, between two, or that could have been a choice where it was like, what makes logical sense and where's my heart telling me to go? Now that they're out of it, hindsight's telling them they should have made a different choice. You chose wrong, dummy. That's what their body's telling them, okay? This person is wanting to escape their reality and come spend time with you. They feel like having your energy in their life would be a huge help and a huge upgrade. They do feel like you could have been waiting on them to reach out to you. For some of you, you've been waiting for me to say, hey, how have you been? That could be for some of you. They feel like you're waiting on them. So why? Interesting. They feel like okay. This person's a little egotistical, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the whole reading, we've talked about how this person either got bored with you and said, no, I'm not ready for a relationship because I get bored in a relationship. Welcome to life. If you're not bored, you're more than likely in fight or flight. And if so, you need therapy. This person could have got bored. Or this person could have been in a place where they were like, I'm not ready to be a partner. I feel like I'm going to be dissatisfied by being someone's partner. So I'm not taking this offer. Your intuition could have told you that they would eventually come back and try to heal this and balance this once they tempered sides of them that they needed to temper. Your intuition could have also told you that they regretted blowing this up eventually or not healing it in the way that they should have. However, they're telling themselves that you've not moved on and you've been waiting for them to come back because they're your one and only. So they're going to come towards you as it being disguised as closure. I want to close your conversation with you. This is what happened. This is why it happened. How have you been? That's what's going to take place. If their intuition is right, there's no way you're going to let them walk out the door. That's what they're thinking, okay? In their mind, you have maybe waited 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. I cannot believe I'm about to say it, 3 years. For them to reach out to you, and it's only a matter of time before they pick up the phone, and they do. Now, I'm saying that it might be an unwise choice for you to try to invest here prematurely. Okay? That's what Spirit is saying. Because again, they could have made a choice. And they might now look back and say, I chose the choice that didn't need a lot of strength and courage. I chose what was easy. It was easy for me to go back to so-and-so. It was easy for me to stay in the family dynamic and not choose what I was uncomfortable with. It was easy for me not to move out of this town and to be with you because I didn't want to move. No, thank you. Whatever their choice was, it was easy. It lacked strength. It lacked dedication. It lacked courage. And they now see you as someone who has strength, dedication, and courage because through some sort of confusion, illusion, and ending, you found clarity, you found peace. Now they want to come in and take control of this dynamic and give to you equally. But they're scared of being told no. And in this person's mind, if I haven't come back yet and haven't been told no yet, I always got a chance to come back. Maybe with a little more time. I'm going to be honest with you. If I ever met this person in person, as soon as they started talking, after about 4 sentences, I would turn around and walk away. Because I feel like this person's energy is very... Well, I'm the maker of my own life, and if I get told no, I only have to ask a few more times, and they'll tell me yeah. And it's like, I don't know. Okay. So why do they want to come back? Because they're hoping you're still emotionally invested in them. They're wanting you to see that nobody can have success and victory with you like they can. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of you, this person's going to try to come in and they want to know if you've had success and victory. This person really wants to hear how you find them special. And I don't feel like this is going to be the person that goes out on the limb and says it first. This person's emotionally manipulative. I'm just going to be blunt with you. This person's emotionally manipulative. They're the kind of person where they come in and they want what they want and they will say what they need to say to get them what they want. So that's the reason they're coming in, and they're disguising it as closure. Because if they can kind of feel you out and see, okay, what would you tolerate? What wouldn't you? Oh, you want to be friends? I'll be friends with you. I'm going to play the slow game. This person is manipulative. And I think you need to know that, okay? Yeah, and they're not going to communicate certain things that you might need to know, or things that could clear up confusion or illusion. So this isn't going to be someone who wants to put it all out on the table. What do you need to know before I wrap this up? To have your boundaries up, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is telling you to maybe stay guarded, stay defensive, have a boundary up, to maybe not trust this person fully, to recognize that they could be very wounded, and in the past they could have made you really sad and disappointed. And have you ever heard the saying, the people who break you cannot be the people who put you back together? Now, you hear those relationships where maybe something really bad's happened and they built a new relationship, but those are rare. Because now 9 times out of 10, there's hurt feelings, there's resentment, there's anger. There's a lot of emotion that sometimes can be hard to work through. And I feel like for a lot of you, this person walked away from you because they didn't want you. And now they want to come back and disguise the conversation as closure, but it's not closure at all. They want to see if there's a possibility for them to be anything in your life. Friend, I'll take it. They're not going to stop at friend. They're going to try to eventually emotionally manipulate you for you to think that they're your emotional fulfillment. And if you get too close to them, they're going to be able to talk you out of having any sense of success and victory anywhere else. If this is that lover, this is going to be that lover who's going to want to be your best friend, only so they can tell you how every guy's not good enough for you. Why? Because in their mind, they're the only one good enough for you. They treated you like crap, but they're good enough for you. That's this person's energy. There is a method to the madness. There is a tactic behind what they're doing. And I feel deep down you know this. Now, I think this person is starting to recognize that they have more issues than what they wanted to take accountability for. And again, I think this person is going to come in and tell you, I'm deeply in love with you. I want to heal this. But something that you're not saying, or something that they're not going to want to say, is, I'm really burdened that I chose wrong. I'm really burdened that I gave something a last shot and it failed. And maybe the thing I should have bet on, I didn't. What you need to know about this person is that this lacks new beginnings, truth, or clarity. Ace of Swords in the reverse. I'm seeing a leap or a risk being taken, but I am seeing that if you give this person too much time, attention, effort, or dedication, you are going to feel depleted, or you're going to feel like this person took from you and didn't give back. Should you even have this conversation with them, it's not going to have any growth. You guys might end up, these are coming out like this, Emperor and Empress sideways. So I asked, should you have a conversation with them? They're telling me that you guys might not necessarily see a way to get through the conversation. Here's the thing. If you're not going to build a life with someone, why try to work through the past? If this is someone you've went through something with, and they walked away from you, they didn't choose you, they didn't want you, and they want to come in and they're like, hey, I want to have a closure conversation. Why do you need closure? Because ultimately I'm saying that no matter what this person says, it's probably not going to be the truth, and you know that. This person emotionally manipulates. This person chooses the choice that they feel is going to benefit them the most. And they're realizing that they can't keep operating like that, but they're still trying to operate like that. And you've got to recognize that you can't grow with someone who's trying to overly control a circumstance, a situation, or a dynamic for their benefit, so much so that they're stomping on the flower. Imagine that you take your boyfriend or your girlfriend outside and you're like, hey, listen, we're going to plant flowers today. And your boyfriend or your girlfriend is so controlling in how they're planted that they're stomping all over the garden. They're trampling the tulips. Bruh, stop. You don't know what you're talking about. Quit talking to me like that. And then a fight breaks out. Why? Because maybe what you thought growth looks like, they completely disagreed. And now you guys are fighting. This is how they plant flowers. This is how you plant flowers. It does not mesh. What's the point of having a conversation about how we plant flowers if we're not going to agree at the end? If I think you're a crappy flower planter, guess what? You ain't coming outside with me no more. Vice versa. That's what the universe is saying here. If you see this person as someone who walked away, wouldn't take accountability, blamed you, felt that you had some sort of power over them, but wouldn't be honest about it, what do you think that you're going to get from that? You're going to continue to get a version of them that will only say what they need to say so they can get what they think they should get. If I tell you I care about you, what's that going to get me? Well, it got me this last time, so let's see if it gets me that again. And you know that. So the universe is saying, don't waste time, don't waste attention, don't waste effort, don't waste anything on a circumstance, a situation. There was something at my feet, and I don't know where it went. I felt like it was an animal, but I don't see any animals. I could have swore that there was like a bunny or a dog at my feet. Anyways, don't expect something to be resolved when there is no resolution. And also, it's a little bit of energy of, do you need closure? Because you might not need it. They might need it, but do you have to give it? That's up to you. I don't believe in closure. I believe when the door's closed, the door's closed. I don't need your reason why you closed it. I don't need your excuses. I don't need your perspective. You didn't want me. You didn't choose me. You cheated. You ran. That enough is an answer. But for some of you, that's going to be the way this person manipulates you, is by coming in and going, but I want to talk about what happened. I want to talk about why I didn't choose you, or why I chose someone else, or why I had to decide that I needed to move with mom and dad 10 hours away. Yeah, but I had to make them happy, you know? Do you really need that from this person? And deep down, if you feel that it's not going to get anywhere, should you waste your time in hypotheticals? Well, what if this happens? What if this happens? This is saying no. This is saying recognize that maybe this person's not capable of bringing you in truth and clarity in the way that you need it to. And that's fine, but allow them to go and find someone who matches them better. Allow them to go find someone who is okay with lack of truth and clarity in a relationship or a conversation. That doesn't work for you, okay? I have trust issues and I'm working on these. So that could be another thing that they're going to say. Some of you, they're going to blame you. Well, the reason it's hard for me and you to grow is because you have trust issues. Then don't choose me. Like, that's the energy I'm getting. I mean, I've been caught up in a love triangle. I can't read you, so I've been playing games to get a reaction from you. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like this person can't figure you out. They know that you don't trust them. Again, they could have got you or someone else caught up in a love triangle. This is just a cluster of a mess. I'm going to be honest with you, Pisces. Do you deserve to deal with this person's wishy-washy? Do you deserve to deal with this person's game? Do you deserve to deal with this person's inability to figure out what they want and for them to make an actual choice? I would say no. And I would say dealing with them is going to continue to give you more trust issues. You don't need closure. You don't. The closure is that they did what they did, and that within itself shows you what they felt, okay? I would say just move on and recognize that this person could want you to be stuck, and that they have trust issues, so they show up in a way that's not trustworthy, which is so interesting. Usually it's the complete opposite, but not for this person. Okay, so this is your warning. They're going to come in and try to pull the, hey, I want to give you closure talk. Spirit's saying you don't need it. Spirit's saying, hey, they've been struggling. They've been struggling because them leaving you is finally catching up to them and it's hurting them. And they're wishing you would come back and you haven't. And they're asking, but I don't even know what you wanted from me. You knew that I was newly single. You knew that I was an F-boy, F-girl. I don't know what you expected. But they know deep down you're waiting for an apology. They know deep down you're waiting for the I'm sorry I did crap. But they're going to try to turn it into a closure conversation, and they're going to try to turn it into something more. Because they feel like you're easy to see through. I feel like this person feels that they have you figured out, but I feel like they don't have anything figured out. You know those people who are like, yeah, I know you. And it's like, honey, you don't know nothing. You don't even know how to walk around that bathroom and get that stuff off your face. You don't know nothing. That's what I'm getting here. And this person's going to try to come in and tell you, you know, we're alike, you know. We're a lot alike. I'm in tune too. I know things that others don't know too. This is what I'm saying. I'm seeing this person saying, you know, I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't look at you in that way. I didn't know if I wanted to be something. And I see you saying, I forgive you. But that doesn't mean I'm letting you back in my life. Yep, it's too late. Yeah, it is too late. I don't trust you. You were careless with me. You pretended you didn't care. It is what it is. I wish you the best. That's what I'm seeing. So I think this is just your warning from Spirit that if you have been feeling like this person's going to try to come back and manipulate the situation in their favor, you're correct. They're going to try to get you in a moment where you're maybe going to believe their lies or try to see the best in them, when in reality, you've seen the worst in them. Do not give someone the benefit of the doubt when they've shown you who they are. If someone shows you that they can treat their family like crap or step on your toes, best believe they're probably going to do it again. So Spirit is saying, listen, do not let this person disguise closure as a way for them to get back into your life, okay? All right, that's your warning. Leaving it here. See you soon. Have a blessed day.